like years later, and I kind of forgot all about Bitter Fox for like, no lie, maybe like 4 or 5 years. And then that's when, you know, I had a job waxing, and I was just like, wait, like I can start my own brand. But the thing is, it took me to be disciplined. Like you really have to learn how to be disciplined. And I think the job that you do have to master that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to work for anyone. I want to be my own boss. But it's like, how? You can't even come to work on time. You don't even know.
This is good shit.
Yeah, you can't even come to work on time. You can't even, your manager asks you to do something. You're like, that's not my job. Well, when you are your own boss, you're going to have to do every single job. And it just prepares you to do more. So it's like, if your manager is asking you to do something, sometimes they're asking to see if you can do it, because maybe potentially you can manage and you can do it. But if you're just so like, oh, that's not my job, or
you know, that's where to keep you.
Yeah, there's no reason to grow, you know, in that position. So I think it just takes a lot of, you know, consistency. I think the last thing that I needed to master was me being very punctual. So I am very punctual now.
No more CP time.
Yeah, no more. So I'm very punctual, and I think just being organized, I would just say, you know, just for any entrepreneur, you just really need to be super organized, have a planner. At this age right now, that's how you know if it's not going to work. If someone says, oh, like they want to do something, ask them, do they have a planner? If they don't have a planner, they don't take it serious.
Like they don't have a schedule.
They don't have a schedule. You need a schedule. There's no way that anybody is operating as a grown adult without a planner or a schedule.
Yeah.
And your phone, it needs to be in your phone. It needs to be somewhere.
No, that's some real shit.
I mean, list, a note, a to-do list, something, whatever.
The discipline thing, I really, that one stuck with me, as you can see, because I think it's something, a lot of people say they want shit. I'm trying to figure out how to generalize it. Everybody said they want something. But it's always, the proof, like I said, the proof in the pudding is, are you willing to do the things that have to be done to get there? Because everybody wants the quick fix. We all want to, you know, we all want to travel all the time and drive the best cars. But it's like, are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to put in the 7 years from 2013 to 2020? I'm not trying to say it's always going to take that long, but it's like, are you willing to go through those days to get here? A lot of people not. A lot of people, if they don't see the instant results, they give up. Or like you said.
I mean, that was me too at one point. I tried so many things and gave up. But this time it was like, you know what? I can't give up because I'm so tired of giving up on everything. I hate all these jobs anyway, so let me pretend to like something. Let me pretend to learn it. Not pretend, but let me just force myself into getting a habit of learning something. I may like it, but I would never stick with something long enough to even figure out if I like it. Because people hate their jobs every day. But when we pretend to like it, we still go because we need it. So why don't we just do that with the things that we really want to do and sit and learn it and learn ourselves, even when we don't feel like doing it. So that's how I kind of looked at it.
I mean, that's definitely a fact. I mean, if you really want anything, you gotta be willing to do. Like everything's it's not rainbows and treasure. There's gonna be places. There's steps in that process that ain't pretty. But like you said, if this is what you're saying you want, do this shit. You know what I mean? Like you can't. I don't know. It's just. I look at it like if everybody was like that, then everybody would be super successful. So obviously, obviously we know everybody. A lot of people just all talk. It's obvious. Not to say that it doesn't make you bad. And also, let me clear something up too. This is not like, oh, everybody go work for yourself, entrepreneur podcast. It ain't that. Like, if you you have a good job and it works for you, do it. Like, because I got a reason why I brought it up because I also hate the people that try to push you don't have an LLC yet. It's like their dream isn't yours. Like everybody's dream is not to have an LLC or a real estate business. Like sometimes it's like people gotta grow it. I just said I know it's a segue, but I just want to throw that in there because I don't want my listeners to think that's what we're trying to sell them on. And two, it's just like you are allowed to make your own path, but like even a job. If you want to be the CEO at your AT&T or something, you got it's the same. The concepts are universal.
Yeah, everything is like
you gotta be punctual.
Yeah, everything is the same.
Yeah, you gotta be punctual. You gotta be willing to learn new shit.
And you gotta lead. Either way, you have to be able to lead people, and not only that, you can't have a job and you have to have a good team. So it's like there's no way that everyone can be an entrepreneur because who is going to help us? There's no one going to be to help us run it because we can't do everything.
No.